The Travelodge Oxford Abingdon Road sits outside the city centre. But is it a convenient base for exploring Oxford, or does the location make things awkward? In this video, I'll show you around the hotel, take a look inside the room, and cover the pros and cons, including noise, transport links, and how easy it really is to get into the heart of the city. Okay, checked into the hotel. I'm in the room. Let's take a quick look around. The rooms at this Travelodge have recently been upgraded to Travelodge's new room design. It just gives the place a much nicer look and feel, and most importantly, the rooms on this Travelodge don't look cheap and nasty like an old style Travelodge. We still get the normal king size bed that we've always had at a Travelodge. The headboard behind the bed has been upgraded. We now have this lighting along the back and a little shelf on either side where you can have your phone sitting while it's charging. And you also have power points and USB charging points on either side of the bed. So people on either side of the bed can stick their phone in, have it charging overnight. That's a big improvement over the old style, which didn't have that. Also have a good little work desk here, so you can get some work done. We have tea and coffee making facilities. Let's have a look at that kettle. Yeah, that's not too bad inside. We'll also have a couple of mugs. Twinings everyday tea. Some sugar sachets. Instant coffee, and a couple of things of the long life milk. The hotel has air conditioning, but we also have a heater and a fan. You also have another chair in the room as an alternative to the chair next to the desk. Now, Travelodges generally don't have much in the way of cupboard space or wardrobes or anything like that, but you do have this unit here, which is sort of like an open wardrobe. It's got a little hanging space for clothes with those hotel style hangers. And we've also got a flat screen TV on the wall. Now let's take a look at the view out the window. The view from the room is nothing special. You're just looking out onto the Redbridge Park and Ride car park. There are certainly much better views in Oxford, but at least you've got a window. Now let's take a look in the bathroom. It's fairly basic. You've got your sink, a shower, a proper shower with a little shower head up here, and a little pump pack of all-in-one hair and body wash. So not the greatest. Much better to have separate shampoo, conditioner and shower gel, but it is a budget hotel, so you can't expect everything. A positive aspect of the bathroom is we've got a proper shower. It's much better than one of those rooms where you have to step into a bathtub to take a shower. But on the downside, instead of having a proper glass door, you've got this shower curtain. So most likely you'll be having a shower and then that shower curtain will just cling to your body, and yeah, no one wants that. And we also have a toilet. Okay, so what's the bed like? Now this bed's got quite a bit of bounce. Now let's see what it feels like to sleep on. Yeah, that's pretty comfortable. I've always had a comfortable night's sleep on a Travelodge bed. It's a surprisingly good mattress for a budget hotel. Unlike most other hotels, at Travelodge you don't get unlimited free internet access. You get your first 30 minutes for free. After that you have to pay for it. I've managed to log in to the 30-minute free Wi-Fi, so let's see how fast it is. Okay, so that's not particularly fast internet. I mean, it is fast enough to do the basic things you need to do on your phone or computer, but the upload speed is really slow, which could be an issue if you're trying to do a Teams call. While it is fast enough to do most things that most people need to do, it is a lot slower than what you would get at most other hotels. The hotel has a cafe bar on the ground floor near the reception desk. While it doesn't have a lot of character, it is a big improvement over an older style Travelodge. For an additional fee, you can start the day with a cooked breakfast. This is a standard buffet with tea and coffee, cereal, pastries and toast, plus cooked items like bacon, sausages, scrambled eggs, hash browns, mushrooms, tomatoes and baked beans. If this hotel was a biscuit, what biscuit would it be? Given that this hotel has been recently upgraded to Travelodge's fresher room design, if this hotel were a biscuit, it would be a Fox's Golden Crunch Cream. Just as the hotel is still a Travelodge, but now brighter, cleaner and more comfortable, Golden Crunch Creams keep that familiar cream-filled format, but add a satisfying, slightly more premium crunch compared to a more basic biscuit, like, say, a custard cream. The extra texture and richer biscuit flavour mirror the little upgrades in the new room design, the better lighting, smarter decor, and more comfortable furnishings. Guests still get the reliability of a Travelodge stay, much like you still recognise the basic biscuit shape, but the overall experience is noticeably improved. What's around the Travelodge Oxford Abingdon Road Hotel, if you fancy a wander or need somewhere nearby to eat, drink or catch a bus? First off, you're right on Abingdon Road, a busy but practical route into the city, which is handy if you're driving. You'll find the Redbridge Park and Ride just a few minutes walk south of the hotel. Here you can get regular buses into central Oxford. There is a good choice of bus routes which run frequently, and the ride into town only takes about 7 to 10 minutes depending on traffic. The bus is an easy transport option, but you can also walk into the centre in around half an hour. It's a mostly residential area, so there isn't a lot of interest in the immediate area around the hotel. The closest pub is the Duke of Monmouth, around a 10-minute walk north along Abingdon Road. It's a nice traditional pub with some outdoor seating. There's a Tesco Express around a 5-minute walk north of the hotel, and this is the closest place where you can buy snacks and other supplies. If you turn right at the Tesco, this will take you towards the River Thames, or rather the Isis as it's called around here. This walk will take you along residential streets and past Ifley Meadows, and after around 10 minutes, you'll reach Donington Bridge, which crosses the river and offers a quiet scenic spot, especially in the morning. There's not a lot around here in terms of cafes or attractions, but rowers train on the Thames. You'll often see them gliding past around sunrise. One of Oxford's most famous rowing clubs, the City of Oxford Rowing Club, is just by the bridge. To sum up, you're not going to stay at this Travelodge for the central location, but the location outside the centre does mean that it's a lot cheaper than staying in the heart of the city. It's ideal if you're driving, and the location near the park and ride makes it a convenient option for public transport. So, how much did it cost? I paid £97 for a Friday night. If I'd come on a Saturday, it would have been £138, but on a Sunday night, the same room would have cost just £44. Prices here fluctuate quite a bit depending on the day. Now, as for the hotel itself, this Travelodge has been upgraded to the new room design, and that makes a noticeable difference. It's a lot more modern and comfortable than the older style Travelodges, with better lighting, improved layout, and a generally fresher feel. The bed was comfy, the room was clean, and everything worked. No frills, but no major issues either. On the downside, the location isn't ideal. You're not in central Oxford, and while the buses are regular, you'll need to rely on them if you want to explore the city. There's really not much in the immediate area either. But it's quiet at night, the staff are friendly, and for Oxford, the price is fairly reasonable, especially if you're coming midweek or on a Sunday. So overall, if you're after a simple, comfortable base and don't mind being a little bit outside the centre, this upgraded Travelodge is a decent option. Travelodge. Is it Travelodge or Travelodge? Let me know in the comments below.